Let's learn about pennies. Hello, first graders. Have you ever walked by a water fountain and saw tiny brown objects at the bottom? What were those? Did you ever wonder? Those tiny brown objects were pennies. Today, we are going to learn all about the penny. Take a look at these math tools. What do we call them? If you said tens frames, you are correct. 10 frames are used to help us count. Look at these two tens frames and turn and tell someone at home how they are the same. If you said they both have 5 counters, you are correct. Now, look at the two tens frames again. Turn and tell someone at home how they are different. If you said tens frame B has one more counter, you are correct. Tens frame A has 5 counters. Tens frame B has 6 counters. Let's look at tens frame A and B again. How many counters do you see all together? How do you know? Turn and tell someone at home. If you counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, you are correct. If you said 5 and 5 make 10 and 1 more makes 11, you are correct. If you said 5 and 6 make 11, you are correct. If you use the counting on strategy, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, you are correct too. Let's read this poem to help us remember facts about the penny. Penny. Penny, penny, easily spent, coppery brown and worth 1 cent. Now, let's use this 10 frame to help us learn about the value of the penny. Take a look at this tens frame. What do you notice? Turn and tell someone at home. If you said, I see 1 on the 10 frame, you are correct. A penny is worth 1 cent. How many more pennies would I need to make 10 cents? Turn and tell someone at home. If you said 9 more pennies, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, you are correct. Good job, first graders, because 1 penny and 9 more pennies would give us 10 pennies or 10 cents. Let's count pennies. This is 1 penny. 1 penny is worth 1 cent. So when we count pennies, we count by ones. 1 penny equals 1 cent. Now we have 2 pennies. 1, 2. 2 pennies have the value of 2 cents. Adding 1 more penny to our group makes 3 pennies. 1, 2, 3. 3 pennies have the value of 3 cents. Now we have 4 pennies. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 pennies have the value of 4 cents. Adding 1 more penny to our group makes 5 pennies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 pennies have the value of 5 cents. Here I have a group of pennies. How many pennies do I have? Turn and tell someone at home. If you said 8 pennies, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, you are correct. Kiss your brain. What is the value of 8 pennies? How do you know? Turn and tell someone at home. If you said 8 cents, you are correct. Each penny is worth 1 cent. So if I have 8 pennies, it has a value of 8 cents. Let's count some more pennies. Here I have a group of pennies. How many pennies do I have? Turn and tell someone at home. If you said 13 pennies, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, you are correct. 13 pennies. Give yourself a silent applause. What is the value of 13 pennies? How do you know? Turn and tell someone at home. If you said 13 cents, you are correct. Each penny is worth 1 cent. So if we have 13 pennies, it has a value of 13 cents. Here I have another group of pennies. Do you notice how some of the pennies are heads up and others have their tail side up? Notice that too. Remember, pennies have 2 different sides, but each penny is worth 1 cent. How many pennies do I have? Turn and tell someone at home. If you said 14 pennies, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, you are correct. What is the value of 14 pennies? How do you know? Turn and tell someone at home. If you said 14 cents, you are correct. Each penny is worth 1 cent. So if I have 14 pennies, it has a value of 14 cents. Here is your Tuesday math assignment. You need to use a piece of paper and a pencil to write down the value for each set of coins. Then take a picture and send it to your teacher. Good luck, boys and girls. Now, here is a story where a penny feels less valued. Let's read together to see how the penny finds its value. To read the book Penny, the Forgotten Coin, go ahead and open up your Epic app. And then in the search bar, I need you to type in Penny. Search. And here is the book right here. So I'm going to go ahead and open it up and we're going to read it together. Penny, the Forgotten Coin. John and Joey raced to the end of the driveway. As they stopped to turn their bikes around, the glint of something shiny caught John's eye. "Hey, look," John said. "There's a penny." "Big deal," Joey said. Dad says you can't do anything with a penny these days. John bent down and plucked the penny from the dirt. Turning it over to admire both sides, he whispered to himself, "Find a penny, pick it up, all day long, have good luck." Deciding that the penny belonged with his other treasures, John dropped it off into his pocket. Penny slowly opened her eyes. Looking around, she saw marble, rock, super ball, feather, string, and bubble gum. They all began talking at once. "What do you want?" Rock grumbled. "Why are you here?" Marble demanded. "What can you do?" snapped Superball. Bubblegum sneered. "She can't do anything. She can't even buy me anymore." Before Penny could tell them what John had said, the treasures began chanting. "Penny, Penny, what a bore. Can't do anything anymore." Humiliated, Penny sank to the bottom of the grimy pocket. Looking up at the treasures, she thought, maybe they're right. Marble was beautiful, so smooth and round, and feathers, bold, vibrant colors, made it easy to see why John had kept him. Rock had shimmering speckles and sharp, ragged edges, and John could blow bubbles as big as balloons with bubble gum. Penny knew the boys would have hours of fun bouncing Super Ball in the driveway, and John needed string. Without it, he couldn't fly his kite. Feeling lonely and sad, Penny curled up in the bottom of John's pocket and wondered, who needs me? What can I do? She remembered the piggy bank shake and the feel of the hardwood floor, being clutched in Rebecca's hand and her smile at the candy store. She remembered the fountain and the secret wishes, and being scooped up from penny dishes. She had visited some funny and unusual places, but her favorite of all was watching the races. She hummed her song, and it seemed to Penny that her value was great and her uses were many. I'm not like the other treasures, Penny thought. I can't sparkle, fly, or bounce, but I know I'm very special because every penny counts. Penny's thoughts were interrupted by the sound of John and Joey's voices. I go first, Joey shouted. No, I go first, insisted John. Then he suggested, wait, let's flip a coin. The treasures looked at each other, wondering what would happen next. John's fingers fumbled around in his pocket until he found Penny. As he lifted her up past the other treasures, they shouted, Where do you think you're going? Without hesitation, Penny smiled proudly and answered, John needs me. I call heads, John shouted, tossing Penny into the air. When he lifted his hand, John smiled and whispered, Find a penny, pick it up, all day long, have good luck. The end. Now, if you would like to extend your learning about pennies, there is a game on ABC called Money Bingo. Let me show you how to get there. To play Money Bingo, you need to go to the website ABCYA or abcia.com. Next, you're going to click grade 1. Then you need to click 1, 2, 3 numbers. And then you need to scroll down until you see the game Money Bingo. Here it is. Click the green triangle. Click go. Select a game. Okay, so right now, boys and girls, I need you to click the pennies one. So I would like you to save these other games for later. So select pennies, hit go. Select a bingo board size. You can pick any one of these bingo boards. I'm going to hit the 3x3. Hit go. Okay, so here's our bingo board. But we need to count these pennies over here. So I see that there's 3, and I know one more than 3 is 4. So I'm going to find 4 on my bingo board and push it. Here's a new set of pennies. So I know that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Here's 9. Okay, let's see. So we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There it is. Oh, 1 penny is 1 cent. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, I have 2 choices. Well, looks like either way I get a bingo. Bingo! Have fun! Before we go today, let's check to see what you learned. Turn and tell someone at home, what is the value of a penny? If you said the penny is worth 1 cent, you are correct. Way to go, first graders. Now, the last thing I want you to do today, ask someone at home to give you a handful of coins. Sort the coins into 2 groups, pennies and not pennies. How many pennies do you have? Have fun learning, first graders.